And I was approached by...
And was it just a spool of film?
It was just a spool of
Film.
Of film. And
Did they just keep it in a
and,
safe?
well, it was put in the archives. He turned over, the old man turned over the film right away to the Secret Service. And the issue was the government took it, and how much would the government have to pay for it? And that's what we...
And when did that case happen?
We litigated. I don't remember the precise date. I'd say 7 years ago.
Okay, and so you, interestingly, brought in a lot of experts. I think the government was offering them like $2 million.
The government probably would have gone there, but they never officially went that
And you
high.
got experts who said that on the open market, they could get maybe up to 30, 40 million for it.
Yeah, and the family didn't want to sell it on the open market. They were...
That wasn't their objective, but they felt
they
they
needed
should get...
the money. They didn't want to give it away,
Right.
but they didn't want to go to
There's
some...
a big difference between 2 million and
yeah,
40 million.
And so we went and we litigated it, and we...
And they got...
we did... I think it was 17 million, 18 million, something.
Fair.
Yeah, I think it was fair, and the family would have settled for much less, but the government forced us to litigate it. And it's interesting. Your question brings back something that happened. It was just a film, except it was a film of the assassination of John F. Kennedy, and therefore one of their early witnesses answered a question like that by the government. Oh, well, this is just a film, right? And the guy said, yeah, it's something like this. And it was such a hokey, phony, baloney thing.
Prop.
He pulls it up, and it's all over the place. And then when I got to cross-examine him, I said, I noticed you had it in your pocket. You took it up, and it was all, like that. I said, I said, what is it a film of? And he didn't even really know. It was just film. He just grabbed it, and I said, he wasn't well prepared by the government. I said, let me ask you this. I said, if that was a film, that one you have in your pocket of the assassination of Abraham Lincoln, oh, he said, I wouldn't be handling it. It'd be worth a fortune. I said, precisely, So he wasn't very well prepared.
In working on the case 7 years ago, did you watch
I'm not
the
sure
film?
it was
Well,
7.
whatever.
My memory is
recent
bad.
times.
Yeah.
Did you watch the film again?
I did.
And what did you see?
Oh, it was
Now,
it brought back.
through
It
the eyes
brought
of a
back.
grown man.
It brought back. I got tears again, and I watched it many times.
It must
We
be
all
vividly
remember
clear when you see the original
We all remember.
film.
I was an office boy, law clerk at a law firm in Washington, and I remembered, and I lived in Arlington, driving over the bridge, hysterically crying. I remember that, and that film brought all that back. And there was a slight family connection because my uncle John Walsh, was an obstetrician and gynecologist,
And was Jackie's
and he was Jackie's
doctor,
he was
personal
Jackie's
physician.
he was Jackie's doctor, and actually flew back on the plane with her when she. So, I didn't know him, but
Yeah.
but there was that connection,
connection.
and the family always talked about that connection.
I need to say I'm flattered that you're wearing a purple tie, because that means that you're ready for business when you
Yeah.
wear a purple tie, right?
I always wear a purple tie.
Do you always wear? I thought you wore a purple tie for good luck in cases.
I do.
Well, does this seem like a case to you?
Every day is yes. Well, I had been warned that you do your homework, and then I figured after Bob Barnett and my brother Bill turned you down, you'd really be after me. No.
And your brother Bill, your
Yeah.
little brother Bill.
Yeah.
Are you two? I gather you're very close.
We're close.
Who looks out for whom?
I look out for him.
You look out for him?
Well, I do.
Have you made any bets on the election, the two of you?
No. Let me explain that. Our parents were divorced when we were both very young.
You went through a lot.
And I sort of was something in between a father and a big brother. And people who are good friends of Bill can't understand why when we're together he's so quiet and I'm not. And we sort of go back into where we were. So he watches out for me too. We watch out for each other.
Do you two ever have political arguments?
Occasionally.
And you're a boxer. Has it ever come
Well,
to that?
he is a lot bigger than me now.
I see. So you
no,
don't. It's
no.
never got physical
Oh,
between
no,
the
no,
two
no,
of
no.
you.
It's all very.
Well, have you two made bets with
civilized.
each other on this presidential
We
race?
have not.
Have
No.
you talked about it?
We've talked about the race, yeah.
And
Yeah,
or
yeah. What's
well, you
your-
two have different
You're
politics.
gonna have to
so-
work for this.
Okay, you feeling like you're going to be able to thumb your nose at him?
Well, I don't know. See, I don't want to say because I'm representing McCain as a client.
There, I know it. See,
And I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to. And I
See,
represent
he's a
both
sm-
sides of the aisle, and I don't think it's appropriate for me to.
Very good to
inject
have
my
you on
political-
retainer, then, isn't it? In a political year.
I think it helps sometimes.
Very smart.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for
Thank-
wearing the purple tie. You have
Oh.
your very own little Georgetown cupcake here.
Thank you.
Everybody, remember, you're going to go to your local bookstore and get In the Ring. And thank you, Bill. I mean, Bob. I mean,
all right.
thanks very much.
My pleasure.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank
Yeah.
you all.